on July 2nd, a series of news stories started to be released on how CSIS and the RCMP had foiled a plot to bomb the July 1st Canada Day celebrations in Victoria, BC, Canada. The story cites the two arrested as John Stewart Nuttall, 38, and Amanda Korody, 30. The pair were arrested in Abbotsford, BC, who as of now face terrorism-related charges such as the planning, construction, and planting of explosive devices in a public place for the purpose of terrorist activity. The pair were charged with creating multiple pressure cooker bombs, similar to what was used in the USA Boston bombings, and placing them in a public gathering with the intent to injure people during the Canada Day celebration. Some issues with the stories are immediately evident. 1. Arrested in Abbotsford, BC. Bombs planted in Victoria, BC, which means suspects would have had to travel, plant bombs and travel back quickly without apprehension during the plot. The journal would be partially by ferry boat and most likely in a vehicle. This is perhaps an 8 to 12 hour journey if done straight and depends on ferry traffic during a very busy weekend. 2. Nuttall is a recent convert to Islam, but he doesn't identify with any particular mosque or imam, Moreno said. 3. Linkage of couple to Al-Qaeda inspired. 4. CSIS and RCMP involvement. The pair was being monitored since February 2013. Federal Public Safety Minister Vic Toes said the arrests were the result of close work between police and security agencies. The investigation, dubbed Project Souvenir, was launched in February 2013 and coordinated by the RCMP-led Integrated National Security Enforcement Teams, which include investigators from the Canadian Security Intelligence Service and Canada Border Services Agency. 5. Police claimed no risk to public as the threat was detected early and they were in tight control as the devices were constructed. Seems like devices were built by law enforcement agencies or they played a part in construction. Police said the threat was real, but at no time was the public at risk, as the threat was detected early and disrupted. Police added they were in tight control as the devices were constructed. 6. International news stories created on how it was a Muslim attack or Muslim terror plot despite the individuals claiming to be Muslim but seeming not to have any association with the Muslim community and being PC-raised white Caucasian individuals who in part were members of a black metal and perhaps pro-Satan punk rock band. So what do we really have here? We have a situation where a pair of individuals who have been involved with CSIS and the RCMP since last February with the organizations in tight control as the devices were constructed, indicating some involvement with the plot in a very direct in-the-room of construction manner, who claim to be Muslim yet are locals of Caucasian descent, are claimed to have placed devices, which would have never worked and were of no public threat, in Victoria for Canada Day celebrations and have been arrested the next day in another part of the province in what is being called internationally a Al-Qaeda-inspired Muslim terror plot. So far Christy Clark, head of the BC government, spoke out saying this was an attack against our democracy by people who are afraid of democracy. This is coming from a person who had personally lost in her own riding and has been elected with the lowest voter turnouts ever for a BC election, with charges of election fraud and manipulation such as purchasing full-page ads in newspapers looking like news stories for herself again, supporting the fact that there was never any risk. This story is highly suspect and due to the nature of government involvement in the wake of massive spying. I'd suspect the whole point of this was to cause fear on Canada Day to further take away the rights of Canadians whilst attacking the Muslim community locally and internationally. False flags to push political agendas are nothing new, and it will be interesting once the details come out in court. I would suspect that the Canadian government, facing a backlash from its own people, needs a new national enemy, and these false flag attacks act as a way to set up a new enemy while causing the people to ignore the actions of the government and the increasing signs of corruption and decay.